Hello and welcome to the MCQ lecture series. In my previous class, I have discussed important multiple choice questions with respect to macroeconomics, and that too the introductory part of it, meaning thereby the nature, scope and importance of macroeconomics. In today's class, I'll be dealing with some of the important concepts associated with national income accounting. So let's get started. The first question is dash is defined as the total market value of all final goods and services produced in a year within the territory of a country. Here you have to make sure that you give immense importance to certain words. It is about the total market value of all the final goods. Here I am looking at the final goods which are produced during a year and within the territory of a country. Within the year and within the territory of a country. So what do you call such a concept, whether you call it to be GDP or gross domestic product, GNP, net factor income from abroad, or none of the above? So here it is clearly talking about the definition of gross domestic product, which is defined as the total market value of all the final goods and services which are produced within the territory of a country during a given year, usually one calendar year or one financial year. So here the correct answer is option A, GDP or gross domestic product. I hope this question is pretty much clear. Let us now move to the next question, which is talking about what is true with respect to the concept of gross domestic product. Here it is specifically asked what is true with respect to GDP or gross domestic product. Let us look at the underlying options. First, it is a monetary measure. Second, it includes market value of final goods. We have seen here it includes the market value of final goods. It ignores the transactions involving intermediate goods. Since I am looking at the final value of goods and services, therefore ignoring the transactions involving intermediate goods and all of the above. So here when we look at gross domestic product, so all these three things are true with respect to GDP. That means it is a monetary measure of final goods and services, and it also ignores the intermediate or the transactions of intermediate goods, and therefore option D, all of the above, is the correct answer to this question. I hope the concept of GDP and what is true with respect to GDP is pretty much clear. Let us now move to the next question, which is talking about dash is the difference between factor incomes, the difference between factor incomes received from abroad by normal residents of India, factor income received from abroad by the normal residents of India, and the factor income paid to foreign nationals, paid to foreign national residents in India. So it is the difference between these two things, that is the factor income received from abroad by normal Indian residents and the factor income paid to the foreign residents in India. Whether you call it to be a national income, whether you call this concept to be net factor income from abroad, whether you call it national product, or none of the above. So here it is clearly involving foreign transactions, so therefore it is net factor income from abroad. It is the net value of factor income from abroad. That means whatever factor income received from abroad by normal residents in India, subtract that, and you subtract what? Factor incomes paid to foreign residents in India, and what you get is usually net factor income from abroad, NFIA. You might see this as a word which is usually used. So here option B, net factor income from abroad, is the correct answer. I hope the question is pretty much clear. Let us now move to the next question. Dash is the sum of all incomes actually received by individuals or households during a year. I am looking at the sum of all incomes. Here you have to make sure that you stress on certain words. All incomes, it is the sum of all incomes actually received by households or individuals during a year's time, whether you call it to be A, personal income, B, personal taxes, C, PDI or personal disposable income, or none of the above. So here it is the sum of all incomes received by households or individuals during a year's time, which is actually received by that fellow, and it is usually called as personal income. So here personal income, PI, is the sum of all the incomes actually received by an individual or household during a year's time. I hope this question is pretty much clear. The next question is talking about PDI or personal disposable income and the formula for the same. So PDI or personal disposable income is given by dash. What is the formula for the same? And the underlying options are personal income, that means this concept, personal income, and you subtract personal taxes from that and you get PDI, or personal income and you sum personal taxes and you get personal disposable income, or personal income divided by personal taxes. Last is none of the above. So here PDI or personal disposable income is equal to personal income minus the personal taxes. So option A, we can see that it is talking about personal income subtracting or minus the personal taxes, and therefore option A is the correct answer to this question, which is talking about personal disposable income. I hope the concept of personal income as well as personal disposable income is pretty much clear, because such questions are usually asked in the exam. Let us now move to the next question, which is in a sense talking about the measurement of national income per se. What are the possible methods of doing that? And here the question is, dash are the methods of measuring national income. First is the value added method or output method or production method. Then we have the income method. Then we have the expenditure method, and all of the above. So here what is happening is the value added method is GVA, gross value added method, summation of GVA. Here income, that means wages plus rent plus interest plus profit, this sort of method. Expenditure means C plus I plus G plus X minus M, that means consumption expenditure, investment expenditure, government expenditure, and net exports, that is X minus M, and all of the above. So here if we look at it, all these three are important ways of measuring national income, and therefore option D, all of the above, is the correct answer to this particular question. I hope the question is pretty much clear. Very important question with respect to measurement of national income in India per se. Let us now move to the next question, which is talking about gross value added and the formula for the same. So here the question is framed in this fashion: gross value added or GVA is given by dash. What is the formula for the same? So it is saying you subtract intermediate consumption from a value of output, or you add intermediate consumption into value of output, you divide the value of output by intermediate consumption, or none of the above. So here the gross value added is given by option A, the first formula, which is value of total output minus intermediate consumption. So you have to subtract the intermediate consumption from value of output per se to arrive at something called as gross value added. What is going to be the gross value added? It is going to be the value of output minus the intermediate consumption per se. I hope this question is pretty much clear. The next question is talking about net value added, and it is given by what? The question is net value added is given by what? What is the formula for the same? So usually it is GVA minus depreciation, GVA plus depreciation, GVA divided by depreciation, or none of the above. Here GVA particularly stands for gross value added. So here net value added is always equal to or given by gross value added minus depreciation. Yeah, depreciation, and therefore option A, gross value added minus depreciation, is the correct answer to this particular question, which is talking about net value added. So net value added is GVA or gross value added minus the depreciation. This is also called as CCA or capital consumption allowances. So usually you might find this formula, but it is usually depreciation. So GVA minus depreciation is equal to net value added. I hope this question is pretty much clear. Let us now move to the ninth question. Which of the following denotes the difficulties in measurement of national income? Here I am clearly asking about the difficulties in measurement of national income. Let us look at the underlying options which are available to us. The first option is treatment of non-money transactions. How do you treat the non-money transactions? That is one difficulty. The other is treatment of government activities in national accounts. The third is treatment of income generated by foreign firms, and last is all of the above. So here again, which of the following denotes difficulties in measurement of national income? All these three things are in a sense indicating the difficulties which arise in measurement of national income. That means it is difficult in terms of treatment of non-monetary transactions, difficult in treatment of government activities as national income account, as in national income account, and also the income generated by foreign firms. So therefore option D, all of the above, is the correct answer to this particular question. I hope question number 9 is clear. Let us now move to the next two concepts, very important concepts as far as GDP is concerned. The first is related to nominal and the other is related to real GDP. Now nominal GDP is the value of goods and services at dash, at the base year prices or constant year prices, at current year prices, at the prices of 1947 or independence, or none of the above. So here when I am looking at nominal GDP, I am calculating the value of goods and services produced in a given year at the current year prices. So therefore here the correct answer is current year prices. Nominal GDP is also called as GDP at current prices, at current prices. So you might get questions with respect to this as well. Nominal GDP and GDP at current prices is one and the same thing. So here nominal GDP is the value of goods and services at the current year's prices. I hope the concept of nominal GDP is pretty much clear. Let us now move to the next concept, which is, and the last question in this segment, which is talking about real GDP. The question is in similar fashion, real GDP is the value of goods and services at dash. So here whether it is the value at base year or constant year prices, current year prices, at the price of 1947, or none of the above. So here real GDP is also popularly called as GDP at constant price, at constant prices, and here the correct answer is base year price or constant year price. So what I do is I value the output of current year at the prices of base year. I select a base year or constant year, which is usually a stable year financially and politically both, and I select the prices in that particular base year and then calculate the current year's production at the base year prices. Therefore it is talking about real GDP. Okay, real GDP, that means the value of goods and services at base year price or constant prices. Real GDP is also called as GDP at constant prices. Nominal GDP is also called as GDP at current prices. The valuing is happening at the current year's prices. I hope the concept of nominal and real GDP is pretty much clear, and also the methods in which you can look at GDP, GNP, gross value added, as well as personal income, personal disposable income, and things associated with measurement of national income. In the next class, I will be dealing with some of the more important MCQs, so please stay tuned. Thank you.